On today's show, a fishing contest, father versus daughter.
Whoa!
Don't miss this showdown, well, a showdown of sorts, right on the Croix River.
Looking good, good and muddy. That's the way I like it. We'll be lucky to find a bar to camp on.
And later, we'll tag along to meet the big daddy of catfishing. He's an outdoor character who calls himself Cat Daddy, and for good reason.
Boy, that's a channel cat. Look how big that channel cat is.
Those stories and more, next.
Minnesota Bound. Brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers.
Hi, everybody. Raven and I welcome you to the show. She's not paying much attention to me, but we'll start the show anyway. First up, we're going to take a float trip down the Croix River, and my daughter Laura is along. And she thinks she's going to outfish her dad. What a joke.
Hi, Stevie. What's up, Bill? I am happy.
One summer day on Minnesota's Croix River,
Laura, jump in the front of the chariot.
a lazy float trip to catch a few fish needed a little incentive. So I launched a fishing challenge.
May the best fisher person win.
It will be you.
We'll see. My canoe guide, Bill Planton, seemed pretty confident that we would outfish my dad, Ron Shera, and his buddy, Tim Lesmeister, unless they were as good as this osprey.
I lost 2 so far.
She had a couple of very nice. Hi, Ron. How you doing?
My dad wasn't saying much. Now that's a bad sign.
Did you have any bites? I lost 2 already.
She's had 2 on.
I'm not trying to brag to my dad. Well, maybe a little.
I lost the 4th fish of the day, which means I'm 0 for 4.
We haven't even been on the water for half an hour.
It seems my dad's luck was stuck on lousy.
Laura, I just lost the northern pike and cut my line.
Ah,
Oh,
for
really?
Pete's sake.
The truth is, none of us knew this stretch of crow wing or its personality, but we knew who did.
It's relatively slow moving, pretty sand bed stream. Quite a few native minnows present. You're looking at about 35 to 43 species, depending upon where you are.
Eric Altina is the fisheries manager in this area and a self-proclaimed river rat.
You know, scenic beauty and you know, place to get away. You don't have to drive that far. So, and the fishing's not too bad. So, it does have smallmouth bass, walleye, northern pike.
Whoa, there we go. Oh, shoot.
And down in this end, where we're attached to the Mississippi, it actually does have muskies. Bill and I were casting for smallmouth and northerns, and my dad was kind of casting for, well, nothing.
I think we need a net. Whoa! Woo! There we go. That's a nice fish.
Suddenly, I knew my dad didn't stand a chance. Next fish, please.
Ha! Look at that. Nice one.
Next fish? Oh yeah.
In the words of my dad, it's a dandy. Thank you very much, fish. Let's catch some more.
Oh my, what did my dad catch?
That would be my dad's lure that's stuck in the tree.
Thank you, Billy.
But again, that's what makes river fishing that much more fun. Right, Dad?
I didn't hear that.
Maybe my poor dad needs a break. When we return, we'll continue our fishing journey down the Crow Wing and see who wins the Big Fish Award.
Coming up, who will win the battle? The seasoned fisherman, that'd be me, or the young up-and-comer? It might be a race to the finish.
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers. Connecticut. And by Rapala.
Time now to continue our float trip down the Croix River with daughter Laura. Now you're going to see me holding up a very large muskie. I didn't say I caught it.
Drifting the Croix River between Brainerd and Little Falls is a ribbon of fishing surprises. One of them is my dad, Ron Shera, and his partner, Tim Lesmeister. They seem to have a dark cloud overhead.
We are stopping now for shore lunch. Sometimes it's my favorite part of the day.
My canoe partner, Bill Planton, is a master lunch maker.
We got everything from sweet peppers and tomatoes to cheese curds and sandwiches and a yummy salsa dip.
For dessert, we had rain.
So sadly, it's time for the rain gear.
Fortunately, the rain didn't last, and we were back on the water.
All right, we are off.
Nice fish, Laura.
Next fish.
Look at that. It's a nice northern pike.
Next fish, please.
Whoa! Dad! Again, I've learned from the best.
Speaking of my dad, is he still behind in the big fish contest?
Hey, Laura.
Oh my gosh! That's still a monster of a fish.
Yeah, Ronnie just reached down and picked him right up. It was amazing.
I was pretty impressed until Dad confessed he found the muskie floating and barely alive. So it could be anybody's fish, right?
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Well, it gave me a really good fight when I caught it. It took me about a half an hour to reel it in. This is for TV, come on!
No lies, just embellishment.
All right, just joking. Dad did start to catch a few bass.
Here you go, Laura.
Nice fish, Dad.
Dad's partner, Tim Lesmeister, thinks floating and fishing rivers is magic.
It is an experience that I think a lot of people don't take advantage of, and they're really missing out. Having grown up on a river system, the difference between fishing a river and a lake is that you not only have to read the bottom in a lake, but in a river you have to read the top as well.
I don't want to rub it in that I caught a few more fish than my dad, but I may have outfished him today by 4 or 5.
And did I mention the biggest fish of the day? I am now an official teller of fishing stories. Right, Dad?
Heck, that's a nice one.
You know, catfishermen are an interesting breed, and we met the guru of them all. Get ready to meet Cat Daddy.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Yard, premier manufacturers of maintenance-free outdoor patio furniture and accessories from recycled plastic.
By the Yard maintenance-free furniture. Comfort, elegance, and recycling combined. Call today for your free catalog or go online to buytheyard.net.
Welcome back. You know, you don't hear a lot about catfishing in Minnesota, although Minnesota has some great catfishing water, like the Minnesota River, the Red River, etc. But we found what we think is the catfishing champion of the world. With a name like Cat Daddy, what else?
I was wondering when you was gonna get him, Brandon. Think you might want the net?
The biggest name in catfishing in these parts is a fella known as Cat Daddy.
Hang on to it. Heck, that's a nice one. Got him?
Yep.
Lift on up and I'll bring him on up right over here. Ooh, dinner.
Well, he sure bit that fast.
Oh, I seen him hit it like a freight train, didn't he?
Fishing with his son on nearby Banner Creek Reservoir, Cat Daddy is in his glory.
To the top of a water tower to defend your sister's honor.
Hello. Hey, baby. Oh, man, we're out here catching fish.
Catching cats. For Cat Daddy, it's been a lifetime thing ever since he was a boy, growing up in Topeka, Kansas, and hanging out in his daddy's bait shop. Back then, Cat Daddy had a real name, Rene Shumway, named in honor by his father of a French concert pianist.
Our bait shop used to be right there where that quick shop is. Yeah. And our house was right behind it.
Today, Cat Daddy's home off the water is here, where he lives with his wife Rhonda and 3 children. As you might expect, Cat Daddy's home is flooded with his many catfish memories.
Once you meet him, you have a friend for life.
Hey, good dog, good dog. I take him fishing, but he don't know nothing about it.
Cat Daddy's garage also has a catfish flavor.
It's the big dog house, little bait hut. This is where I got everything to do with my fishing gear out here. I don't let a whole lot of people in here, because it's kind of like Fort Knox to me, you know.
It's also where Cat Daddy concocts his own special cat-catching rigs.
This here's a limb line. That'll wear them old big old blues and flatheads out. Now, you can't buy these at Kmart, Walmart, any of them places, you know. But you can sure get them right here at Cat Daddy's house. They work real well. Got a 1,500-pound swivel on there. You pull a Volkswagen with that baby there. I mean, you know, a lot of people think that's overkill, but hey, what happens if you hook the world record and you ain't ready for them? Another fish story. That, you know, that ain't happening to me.
Ah, yes, life is good for Cat Daddy, and so are his memories of a father who showed the way.
Look at the size of that oak tree over here. Right straight ahead here. That's the biggest oak tree in the whole lot there, buddy. There's my pop right there. He always told me, he said, them roots be strong. Always wanted to have a bait shop, and he finally got it together. And any man get up in the morning early like that for a dozen worms, 4 o'clock in the morning when you ring a door buzzer, you know, got to have the fever. Pop sure had it, 'cause he was a good man. Good man. That's the dam right there. Right back over there's the dam of the Banner Creek Lake. Yeah, it's just comforting to come out here, you know, say hi, Pop, and go out and catch some catfish. I've caught some big ones over there. Some awful big ones. Yep. See you later, Pop. Ain't nothing like a cheeseburger on the river. Just gets better every time I go out.
Coming up, more fishing and storytelling with the grandmaster of catfishing himself, Cat Daddy.
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Hennepin County Medical Center, Minnesota Agricultural Water Resources Coalition, Minnesota soybean farmers and their checkoff.
You know, for me, there's no better way to spend the summer than be on a Minnesota lake or river. But now, thanks to Hennepin County Medical Center, you've got a way to make sure your day outdoors is time well spent. HCMC shares our passion for the outdoors, which is why they put together a website filled with safety tips and videos to help you plan and be prepared. And it's right at your fingertips at home or on the go. Simply visit hcmc.org/outdoors and get the most out of your summer. Time now to head back to the river and see what Cat Daddy is catching next.
Okay, and what time was you departing from Dodge?
Another call, another guiding job.
Well, we'll just say you depart at noon. 4-hour drive will probably bring you right in here about 5 o'clock.
Another date on the calendar, day or night, for a Topeka, Kansas fella they call Cat Daddy, king of the Kansas River.
The river's up, yeah, about 5 foot. Looking good, good and muddy. That's the way I like it. We'll be lucky to find a bar to camp on. Real lucky.
Cat Daddy's plan is to find a sandbar campsite where he and son Brandon and a guest named Dale will then stalk flathead cats, the elusive giants of the Kansas River.
Yeah. Coming out to the big boy now.
Cat Daddy is all business and looking for something that says catfish.
Brush piles, got a good back swirl in them, dead water out of the fast water. Little cuts in the banks where trees used to be that got jerked out in the high water. Left great big indentures in there. Oh yeah. See that little back hole right in this pile right here? That'll be real good in there, hang a couple lines. Over here behind that brush pile up here to the left, that's an excellent looking spot.
But first, it's time to make camp on a less than ideal sandbar.
A lot of mud up on that one. Just have to make do, I guess.
Quicker than you can say cut bait, Cat Daddy and son Brandon are unpacking and setting up their catfish camp.
It's hard on a guy carrying all that stuff. Get my age, 53. Life's good though. Life's good.
Life's especially good when it's catting time.
Well, here we go.
River cat country is its own version of a jungle. Under the watchful eye of Cat Daddy, the hunt is on.
Got a nice back eddy right here.
Quickly, Cat Daddy, with help from his companions, hang the limb lines in likely catty places.
Arsenal, just like a double barrel 12 gauge. This here's a black sole. You can put these fish in salt water or fresh water. Always peel them scales back right here below that top dorsal fin. Keep them off the point of that hook. That's a nice bait right there. Nice bait. We're gonna throw him out here now. All right, let go, guys. You guys help me count on these lines, how many we're setting out and where at. We ready to get out of here. Woo, 34 feet.
Like a giant trap line, Cat Daddy and crew hang the limb lines, each adorned with bait the color of solid gold.
Looking good, looking good.
The limb line's down, now it's a waiting game for Cat Daddy.
Well, I've caught nice blues out of this hole. Hell of a hole here.
Back at camp, Cat Daddy starts making burgers with catfish hands.
Ain't nothing like a cheeseburger on the river. It just gets better every time I go out.
With every bite, the weight goes on. This might be a cheeseburger in paradise, but catching giant cats is Cat Daddy's game.
It's really exciting to me, man. I mean, you know, some people hit roller coasters. I hit the river.
Well, you know, these guys that spend their time or spend their life on the river, they know the water, they know where they're going, they know where the log piles are at, the log jams, they know the cuts. And he didn't disappoint me. He knew where to go, and we went right there and started business.
We got quite a few lines out. I'm expecting a few big ones, hopefully. I'll be praying tonight.
Sunrise begins a new day on the Kansas River. Time to find out if prayers are answered when you have a name like Cat Daddy.
Something going on here. We got something going on here. Pull the limb. Just pull the limb back, we'll be all right. That's breakfast there. Filet mignon. Kansas finest. We'll see what's up with this one. I'm gonna come in sideways on him. You hook good? Boy, that's a channel cat. Look how big that channel cat is. That's a nice one.
Yeah, he might be an 18.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way life goes when you're the Cat Daddy of Topeka.
Yeah,
one big cat, then another.
What's he like, boy? Ah, get that mouth. About get you?
And another.
Come to daddy. This is it. It don't get no finer on the Kansas River. Not around these neck of the woods. That's a fish, man.
Big fish, big mouth, a river giant living where only cat addicts tread. Cat addicts like Cat Daddy.
It's kind of like old Rodney Dangerfield always said, you know, I just don't get no respect. Us catmen, we're just still hanging around, doing our thing, having fun catching them big old fish. Adios, baby. Adios.
You know, those catfish are rather strange fish, but then so are the cat fishermen, huh? Well, that about does it for us. Remember, introduce a kid to the great outdoors. I'm Ron Sharon. Of course, the star of the show is paying no attention to me. Her name is Raven. Oh, good morning.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. For more information on these stories and more, catch us on the web at mnbound.com.